Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesdays with Paula. I am Paula K Bronte, your Master Rapid Eye Technician, and today we're talking about the idea of staying in your own power. So your mantra for the week, your affirmation, your connection with the deepest truth of who you are this week, if you so choose it. No person, place, condition, or thing has the power to steal my joy. Okay, ever notice that you're just kind of clipping along, feeling really great, or okay at least, and then all of a sudden, you notice that you're not. You're feeling down, agitated, angry, irritated. And if you take a moment in those moments to stop and say, okay, where did this come from? Did I feel like this morning? No. Why do I feel like this now? And trace it back. Sometimes it could be something as simple as having to wait in line at the bank and you didn't want to. And so you started, the Abraham Hicks teaching talks about the 17-second rule. So standing in line at the bank or at the grocery store, or you're in a hurry for work and you can't get that spot at the gas station, right? Now we're talking about things that are really very small and appear to be unimportant in nature. However, if they have the power to shift your energy, if they have the power to take your joy or your peace, then they're not small and unimportant, they're very important. And so the 17-second rule, let's say you've planned your morning and you're going to go to the bank before you get to work and you have to go inside and there's a line. And you get on the line and, oh, boy, there's a line, I'm going to be late now. And why don't they hurry up? And how come there's not enough tellers? And why does this always happen to me? And before you know it, 17 seconds can go by really quickly. And within 17 seconds, what we've done is really amplify the power of the law of attraction. All right? I wouldn't say activated it because it is always activated. The law of attraction is never not activated. However, what we can do is amplify it by the vibration that we emanate through our thoughts and feelings. So 17 seconds will amplify that law of attraction enough so that it really starts to come in and happen. Right? And then you add another 17 seconds to that, which is really easy. If you sit and practice, 17 seconds is a very short amount of time. And if you use that time thinking thoughts and speaking words that don't have any contrast to them, there isn't any yeah but, right? You're not standing there in line saying, boy, I'm going to be late for work. How come there's this long line? This always happens to me. But, you know, maybe that's not true. Sometimes I come in and I can just get in and out, and maybe there's a reason why there's a long line here for me. Maybe there's an accident I'm going to avoid on the road, and this extra person in front of me is going to help direct that experience for me. You can always put in a contrary thought or feeling that can help you in the moment to start pulling your power back, because that's what we're doing. In those moments when we're having those thoughts about even those smallest experiences, we're giving our power away. We're giving the power that we have to manage our own energy. Right? We're doing these talks on Tuesdays, and so many people out there are coming, messengers and people that are truly wise and have done the work to move from the old human consciousness into the new consciousness. And that's really what this is about. We think it's just easy and it's normal, right? It's normal to get irritated at these things. It's normal that if a family member, let's say your husband, or a spouse, your wife, one of your grown children, is really upset or gets angry at you. Oh, God forbid somebody should get angry at me. Then there's no way that I could be happy. How could I possibly be in my joy and feel empowered when my own daughter is mad at me? That seems normal, doesn't it? That's the kind of stuff that we have lunch with our friends about and sit and have a bitch session for an hour and call it being intimate. That's old consciousness. That's giving our power, our God-given right to be strong and clear and connected and aligned with our source. We're giving that power to somebody else simply because they happen to be angry with us, or because they're not happy, or they're sick, or there's something about them that isn't perfect. Abraham Hicks, it's kind of funny the way she says it. She'll say, okay, so really what you're saying is, as long as you behave the way I want you to, I'll be happy. But think of how absurd that is. How many people do you encounter in a day? How many people are there in your lives, whether they're close relationships or not? And if you're wanting and expecting all of them to be happy, and if you have taken on the role of trying to make them all happy so that you can be enjoyed, life is pretty miserable, right? How many people are in that scenario I just described and really feeling happy? It's kind of like I get the image of a piece of licorice, right? You have a piece of licorice and you just break it off and you give it to somebody. And you take another piece of licorice and you break it off and you give it to somebody. And you take another one and you give it to somebody. And pretty soon you're going into a deficit of licorice, right? We do that with our energy. We do that with our own power. We give it away to people. We just break off parts of ourselves and give it to you. Oh, you're mad or you're upset. Here, take my joy. Take my energy. I'm giving you the right to control how I feel. So let me do whatever I can to fix this for you and make you happy and make sure that you feel okay, because then I can. And that comes from a very important place within us. That comes from our childhood. That comes from the first few moments, the first few weeks and months of life. I've mentioned this before. Until 6 years old, we're in theta. In that state of theta, we are very open to suggestion. It's where we are when we're hypnotized, when we go into meditation. We go into that deeper state, and we take in everything as truth. And so in the very beginning, our survival, right, we're talking about a primal force within us. The force to the instinct to survive. And when we're first born, that survival completely depends on our parents. We're totally dependent on our caretakers the first few months, especially of life. And if there's disruption and there's disharmony, which a baby is very sensitive to, because we just came from that place where there is no body. We came from pure harmony and pure light and high consciousness into this physical 3D realm. And our parents are going to have some kind of upset because they're human beings. And so we begin very early in life to have our antenna sharpened to know, oh, something's wrong with mommy. I have to make sure she's okay, because if she's not okay, I can't be okay. And at that point, it's pretty true. If mom's not okay, well enough to take care of me, happy, then the baby takes it in. And we begin this pattern very, very early. And unless we can, what they call individuate, unless our family unit, the dynamic, is healthy enough to allow each individual to individuate, to claim their own power, take responsibility for their own feelings and their own ability to manage their energy, then we pretty much continue to go through life with that same, through that same lens of that baby that thought, okay, you're not okay, my life is in danger, I have to make sure you're okay. And we don't even realize it. We're standing on the line at bank, on line at the bank, and we get upset because there's a long line, and what we're actually doing is beginning to trigger the original implants of, okay, something's not wrong in my life, something's not right in my life, there's something wrong here. And we start to go into that survival place, and we don't even realize it. And we give, and our power is completely gone, right? That sense of okayness that we had in the world before the events that I've mentioned happened just kind of dissipates. However, the good news is that we don't lose it. We just give it away, and we can always take it back. It's really easy to take your power back. Very, very easy. It's just as easy to take your power back, maybe easier, than it is to give it away. Those pieces of licorice we just gave out, it's really easy to go around and just take it right back. And we're going to do a little exercise that will help you do that now. So let's close your eyes for just a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe right into the center of your body. Now, you remember the show I Dream of Jeannie? There was Aladdin's lamp. And every time Jeannie would be called back into the lamp, we would see her turn into a white mist. So we're going to call the white mist of your soul. We're going to call your genie back into the bottle. And we can consider it a genie, because when you have all of your energy back into your system, then it is like having a genie, right? Your wishes start to come true. Things start to happen. When you pull your energy back into your body, you activate a law of attraction that is much more positive. Because when you're scattered out there all over the place, you're susceptible to everybody else's feelings. And the law of attraction is going to respond to that. When you call your energy back in, when you breathe that genie back into the center of your body, then you are in command of your feelings. No person, place, condition, or thing has the power to steal your joy. And from that place, you can activate a vibration that connects with the law of attraction in a positive way. So, okay. Continue breathing. And now see that genie lamp right there in the center of your chest. And just let yourself, without going into details, just go back over we'll just do the last week. Just go past over the last week. All the places and the times where you broke off a part of yourself and left it behind. You got irritated with someone and you deposited some irritation there. Or you were scared because someone was upset with you. Or you got truly focused on something and poured everything into it and then walked away and left so much of yourself there. Just go through the week. The moment you got aggravated when someone cut you off, or you were sad, you saw something on TV or you heard a news report that made you truly sad. All those places where you deposited energy, you gave parts of yourself away. Just take a breath and breathe them all back into the center of your body. As you're breathing, you see them all become a white mist. The white mist of your genie. Call your genie back home. Call your power back. Taking another deep breath. Breathe all that white mist, all those parts of yourself right back. And just say out loud, I call my power back from that meeting at work last week. I call my power back from all the sympathy and pain that I shared with my child. I call my power back home. And just keep breathing until that bottle gets filled up. See that bottle, that Aladdin's lamp inside of your heart, just get filled up with this white mist of your soul. Call your soul back home. All those pieces of yourself that got scattered around during this last week. Breathing it right back. Yeah. You're getting the feeling for it now, I can tell. All the scattered energy. Just breathe it back into your body. Claim it back. It's yours. It belongs to you. It is your life force. Command it to come back home. And when that bottle feels full, just put the lid on it, cap it, and at the bottom there's a few holes. And out of the holes, that white mist starts to just flood down, filling your body. That white mist goes down through your legs and your feet. Goes down out of your feet into the earth. It floods back up through your torso, your chest, your arms, your head. Your entire body is filled with this white mist. This pure essence of your own soul. I'm whole, I am present, I am clear. I am power of my own energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. All right. So that can take just 30 seconds. It can take shorter than what I did it. If you do it several times a day, after every event. So let's say you have a meeting at work. Right, you can go to the bathroom before you go back to your office. Take a minute and breathe back your energy from that meeting. I worked with a client the other day who had moved out of a home many years ago. And she was still in deep, deep grief about having left this home. And we took the time to go through all the rooms in the house and call her energy back. Breathe her soul back from all the years that she spent in that home. And it completely changed for her. Totally. She doesn't have grief about the home anymore. She can think about it with joy. It's changed everything for her. For a number of reasons, not only the relationship with the house, but because there was so much of her own energy that wasn't with her anymore. We have no idea how much of a deficit we run most of the time because of all our energy that we've just given away. We're scattered out there, and we don't even know who we are anymore. And the way to do that is to really simply get conscious about it. That's the beauty about this new consciousness, is it doesn't take a lot of work. It's not hard. It starts with awareness. Right? So the first key is to be aware when you've twisted and you know you're not feeling okay, to take a look. All right? No person, place, condition, or thing has the power to steal my joy. So what illusion, right, took place today that made me think that was possible? Right? Where did I deposit my joy? Where did I give my power away? Where did I react to something that brought me into this funk? Identify it. The awareness is number one. And then just go back to that event and pull your energy back from it. Say, you know what? That's past. That's old news. That happened 3 hours ago. That's a whole nother lifetime. I'm going to pull my energy back from that. And just breathe. Take that part of yourself and pull it right back into you, with the intention to truly align with Source. So here's an important key that you can work on this week, is knowing and understanding that energy always returns to its source. Energy will always return to its source. It could take forever if we're not conscious about it and we don't call it back. But calling it back, boom, just like that, you can come right back into yourself. So there's a little exercise for you that can really change your life if you do it every day. At night, before you go to sleep, you sit on the side of the bed and just go through your day and just breathe your energy back from your commute, from what you did at work, from the argument you had with someone, even if it was something positive. It doesn't even have to be a negative exchange. You can have a really wonderful, intimate, let's say you had lunch with a friend and it was fantastic. There's still parts of yourself that got deposited. Any extreme emotion, any extreme feeling, anytime the emotional body is highly activated, we're giving some of our energy to it. So even from a positive experience, you pull your energy back. Doesn't mean that the love and the joy and the positive effects are not still there. It simply means that you have a piece of your energy that's now back in your body as opposed to being back there in the past. Send me some emails, would you? And let me know what you think about this and if this makes sense to you. And my suggestion for you, I would love to have you every night sit by the side of the bed and just take a couple of seconds and breathe your energy back. Bring that whiteness, call your genie back into the bottle every night from all the different places that you visited and all the experiences you had. Just pull your energy back. And if you happen to have the awareness that you might have also picked up some other people's energy in the process, take a moment and send their energy back to them. Say, oh, this is not your home. It's kind of like, you know, when your kids bring their friends home, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, sweetie, time to go home. Okay. So send everybody else's energy back to them as well. And then you just connect through the top of your head to the center of your body down into the earth. Give thanks for another day of life on this glorious planet. And go to sleep, waking up, feeling whole and connected. No person, place, condition, or thing has the power to steal my joy. You can turn that and say that in a positive way. I am in full control of the power of my joy. I am master of my own power. I am master of my energy. And that means that when you notice the times that you're not, because we are still in this human body, you notice the times that you're not, you simply call it back. Mastery is really about a life of correction. That's how we master anything. We simply move into correction. So where you give your energy away, correct it and call it back home. It's not supposed to be out there. It's supposed to be in here with you because it's yours. And you have the right to live a life of joy. No one can take that light from you. Okay, claim that with all of your being and have a glorious, wonderful, joyful week. Love you all. See you next week. Bye-bye.